Quite the advancement we saw in the previous episode. Killua coming to terms with what's been holding him back. A metal pin implanted right in the centre of his brain. No, a metal pin planted directly into his forehead. If it's that simple to overcome all of our personal neuroses, I wonder how many of us would delve our fingers inside of our own brain. Neurosurgeon or not, I'm not giving it a try. Neurosurgeon or not, I'm not giving it a try anytime soon. But with Killua's limiter removed, being able to take on this chimera ant, rabbit, bird, nen user, really not much of an issue. Well, that's good. Maybe we're on our next step of a boost, so Gon getting stronger through personal challenge and training. That's kind of how he always does it. And Killua had to find another route. I wonder if he's going to go back to his brother at any point and show him the extent of his new freedom. We'll have to see. If Killua is still going to hang around after Gon gets his Nen back, where are they going to be? Are they good enough to see Kite in his current state? Let's watch this episode. I almost forgot that they were facing off with the cheetah in the middle of the road and fields. He's very sure of himself. It looks like he might have to try. But also, at what point is he going to realise that he's got a lot of insurance to pay off? Well, you better start. How come that he's starting to get in line with his movements? How are they managing this? Also, how much pain are they suffering? Oh, brought him down to a knee. Was that just play acting so he doesn't realise what's going on? Considering, well, actually, might not even be using their abilities yet because we've just got a big cloud of smoke rather than any animals or beings formed from it. And I would like to see just a lot of comeuppance where we have these high-level hunters going in and showing the Chimera Ants not to get too cocky. We've already seen one be brought down to size thanks to, well, Killua in the last episode. Still highly worried about the Royal Guard, though, and any confrontation we're going to have with them. Nothing can talk, or at least gesticulate. I was going to say, the smoke is slowly building. It obscures them. Is not used for retreat. Well, yeah. I guess there is another use for it. Surprise! Now that he's got a hit in, that's not the point. He's now been able to activate little dude. Find him if you can. Now all they have to do is stall for time. And how annoying is that little thing going to be to him? I mean, that was a cool shot. Are they just having fun with it, or are they also seeing... Yeah. Or are they also seeing the limits of like a normal level soldier and gathering some data? Okay. And what about anyone that comes into contact with him, like non-end user humans or whatnot? Still need to not just let him go, especially in his mildly agitated state. Can't outrun it, can't hurt it. Okay. I wondered what I thought it was like a metaphorical door being opened there, but no. It was just go on and kill her on this next. Oh, so it's like a prison thing. That was an extra thing of shoots. If there is a way to cure that, then... you can trap them. So that's where his eye went. I wonder how it looks inside the dark inn when they're taking only part of the body. Well, at least he's got some clothes on. Not really able to hold his balance very well. Now they have to imagine what happened inside of the hive, which led him up to this point, which... The realization of what they've done to him. He does have a few scrapes and scratches. He thought about it for a second. Gonna try and put it to the test. Can Gon use his words to break through, if there is anything to break through? It's a lot less than the 40... Drew some blood. It's a lot less than the what was it, 40 meter radius kind of search radius that he had before in the forest. Was it much less than what he's feeling now? It's just a brawl at the minute. He's... well, not reacting for one, yeah, but... was reparation for letting him down, for being able to escape. Well, I guess it's a slightly, as they said, he was training the other Chimera ants, so... suplex. Is there... he turned off the automatic attack function. Or he's just preparing something out. Ah, the marionette. Being able to get close enough. Is his moves going to be a lot more accurate now? So far, I'm guessing they don't have any great plans, but... are you gonna have to put him back in the dark inn, the hotel thing, just to both keep him safe and make sure nothing happens? If there is a way to return someone from being beheaded like that, What kind of face is Gon putting if it made Knuckle flinch? I see. They learned a thing or two. Few weeks later. I mean, it's good we have to sit through the entirety of Gon's kind of babysitting, thanks to not having Nen, but... So as long as it's not the NGL, it's fine. I think it's... Really, Palm? And I think it's necessary reading through the... between the lines of the rules. Wally has a way to catch up in terms of physical regard and experience. Personal drive is probably amongst the best here. So we can go all out when necessary. Keeping someone in reserve. Filling up those tanks. Don't lean out of train windows. But God, next to a drop like that as well. It's quite the railway. Did they get this invitation in writing, perhaps? I see. So there can be multiple of the Puppet Master control things that Nifpatil can put in place. So, considering that taking into thought the leading roles of humanity are, even if it is wholly inappropriate and disgusting according to the Chimerans, because it's not done through strength, taking a step back and thinking, actually, how can we use this? Only 99. He's deep in undercover. He's getting ready. And if he has been taken down, what a fortuitous phone call. Unless it's an automated message, but don't let him hear you say that. Yep, kind of a good idea. From the old man with satellite. Well, he said that. He texted that before he said it. They built up such a bond in the 30 days. But, no. And now that he's got the Nen back, is there an increase, decrease, alteration in his amount of power he can put out? How good is his imagination? How can a replacement hunter? I'd like to see who they have in mind. If it's someone we know, or that was just a temporary name, by the way. Are you sure we can't move to a wider area? Don't want to damage this place too much. But you can go one of two ways. Either Gon goes fully all out, or does something somewhat unexpected. Oh, he's using the hate and fear, a disappointment in himself. That was a face. Still has a very long wind-up, but holy hell. I think he proved the point. He just needs to be able to control himself. Gilroy may need to stick around for a bit longer. I think he knows that as well. I mean, if we can give any of the Chimerans, especially the Royal Guard, even just a split second to either be terrified by how shit, or at least intrigued when it comes to those. I wonder why. They have a personal issue to... Okay. I would have expected it to be like master student on one of them, not knuckle and shoot on one of the Royal Guards themselves. But it's really laying out an interesting dilemma, isn't it? And how many puppets are there out there? If we've got, the leader of that nation, Kite, is there a limit on the number of applications? I'm guessing the closer they are to them, the more natural the moveset is. Otherwise, how are they out in public making these grand statements to bring people in and seem natural about it, at least? I do like that there's little bits in this that really upped the ante, both in animation style and quality, but like with the running with the cheetah. But most importantly, the dead-eyed Gon, when he worked through everything that has happened and all the suffering that has been placed onto people, especially those that he cares about. I've got to love it when we get the scratch lines in the animation, when things get really overboard. But like that, the fact that Gon, he told him to go all out. So Gon dug deep, found everything that he was fighting for and fighting against, losing his rationality for a second, forgetting where he was. Seeing them kind of work together, have one way of restraining Kite, the hotel he's staying in at the minute. But to get him in there, they had to hurt him quite badly. That they were all somewhat ashamed of that they had to resort to that to be able to do it. But is there anything there of Kite that they can retrieve? We thought there might be something when Gon managed to hug him, but no, that was just him slowing down for a second to activate the stage 2 now that they've managed to get physical contact. Despite knowing what has happened to Kite, even if they managed to take off the puppet control, is there anything left there? But then there's other kind of plot threads which have been poked at, but then kind of left by the wayside, and I'm guessing will be circled back to at some point. The chairman and what he's been doing. What about the chimera ants that have stayed loyal to the queen? And that weird, the little bean that was birthed after the king as well. But as we've seen before, Gon can be scary when he's focused, and digging deep on emotions and things that set you off. If this is the face he could pull when just confronting the memories and ideas of what he's upset about, when he comes face to face with Neferpiton, what is he going to be able to put out of the bag? Also, is that long wind-up going to be a hindrance? Does he have a more quick-fire way? We'll have to see. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing. This is the middle of free, so there's another one coming up. Be sure not to miss out. See you in the next one. If you would be upset to see the desiccated corpse of my channel being puppeteered like a sock puppet, consider joining onto my Patreon to help keep it alive just a little bit longer. And that is why I need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthia, Shiwan, Mats, Arkney, Guado, Danny Swee, Croyville, Kite, Diego Zenhausen, Ranker, the Kebab Seller, Tori Jane, and everyone else. Because if it wasn't for them, I'm not sure anyone would really notice if I had a bunch of strings.